what are some of the examples or models of leadership that you found have worked really well, and how are you trying to put those into practice in your own role in the city?
Sure. Well, I believe that engaging the younger workforce in leadership capacities is really important, and organizationally the City of San Jose does a fantastic job of empowering us to, whether it be report directly to City Council members on our projects, really take a personal and very engaged role in our projects. I mean, literally handing over a cultural facility to me and asking me, what can we do to bring the community on board and to really move forward and transform a cultural facility into, the dream that the community has always had. And it's an interesting nuance between being able to lead a community towards a goal, help them focus on what they want out of a cultural facility, but it's also about developing your own personal leadership style and having the confidence and the self-esteem to step into that role. So I find, at least through my experience with the City of San Jose, that I'm very much empowered to do that work.
So a big part of it has been having the opportunity, having the organization ask you to take on these steps and giving you some room to run with it.
Exactly.
And then what have you found for yourself has helped you boost your leadership? What things have you done to develop your leadership skills?
Well, I think one of the greatest resources in an organization like mine is the amount of talent and experience of my colleagues. So what I have found is mentors are invaluable. My director, for instance, has had experience through various departments in the city. He knows how things work and assists me. I'm able to go to him with questions and for advice and guidance. So really, in a lot of ways, leadership is about being a team member. And so I'm learning in my capacity not only to take on sort of an independent leadership figurehead role, but at the same time knowing when to ask questions, knowing when to ask for help, knowing who to turn to within the organization for the resources and for the support that I need.
Great. And as you look out for your career into the future, what are some of the things that you're hopeful for about your career? What are some things that you see as opportunities for people like you early in your career, to advance? And what does that future hold, do you think, as you're looking at? I'm thinking not only for you, but also as you're speaking to other people who might be from your generation thinking about a career in local government.
Sure. Well, I believe that the sky is the limit, to be really honest with you. I tend to take a more organic approach to my career in that I feel like there's enough on my plate that I really need to focus and really, get deep into the work that I do and not be thinking too far down the road. But at the same time, I feel like as you become someone who people trust to get the job done, that they can put their faith in you, that they can give you a project and that you follow through, the more that you become the person that they look to take on future roles of those kinds. So, that the changing, really things change on a dime really in city government with, the kind of challenges that we're facing and downsizing, all these sorts of things. So there's no dearth in opportunities. So I think more than anything, it's really focusing, getting your job done as well as you can, and then seeing what else comes up. Honestly, I just don't know that my next position may not even exist yet. So what I can do now is perform to the highest standards and put my, all of my energy into the work that I do, and just it's almost like a leap of faith to know that there'll be more work. There's always more work. That's what we find.
Okay. And are you seeing actual new opportunities, new positions, or people to replace folks that are retiring opening up, or what's happening in local government now? Here we are in 2010, difficult budget times. What are the opportunities for people to get into local government as you see them?
Well, they are challenging times from an employment standpoint. We have done a considerable amount of downsizing at the City of San Jose, unfortunately. But what I am seeing is a more organizationally creative way of approaching organizational structure. So, for instance, my department will soon be merging with another department, and I don't believe that that's going to have any employment impacts, but it is going to, really challenge us all to look again at our roles, understand more structurally the work that needs to be done and how to best provide the highest level of service in a new structure. So I think that there may be new opportunities that really spawn from these creative and sort of innovative new ways of organizing our our departments and the services that that we provide. So I don't want to be overly optimistic because I know we've done some major budget cuts and people have lost their jobs. So in all honesty, like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot more employment opportunities from sort of, I think, probably from the outside, but I think internally within the organization there really is an opportunity, since there's just as much work, if not more, and fewer people to do it, to really step up and take on more more responsibility. And I think more than anything, just to think more creatively about how to fill some of that void, I guess, from losing folks. Okay,
great. And just as background, how many years have you been with the city of San Jose?
Well, I've technically been with the city of San Jose in my position for 2.5 years, but I was previously working for the city of San Jose as a management fellow for 1 year, and then I left. I was a Peace Corps volunteer, kind of in between. So I worked for the city a year, left for Peace Corps, and then came back to the city in the job that I'm in now.
Great, so you've had a nice variety of experiences.
Yes, I have.
Well, super. Well, thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate it.